We end tonight with a heartwarming gesture in the American heartland. Football fans at Iowa State have redefined the wave in a very cool way. Dana Jacobson has the story.
It's a sea of black and gold.
Man, I love this.
70,000 strong.
This is the first football season that the new Children's Hospital in Iowa City is open, and it's right behind Kinnick Stadium. And
waving in unison, smiling up at the faces above. As the first quarter draws to a close, football fans turn to acknowledge the patients at the university's Children's Hospital. Each game, dozens of kids now have the best seats in the house. 12-year-old Caden Kelso was one of them.
Especially when you're in the hospital and you're sick, it makes you feel a lot better.
Mary Ferentz, wife of Iowa coach Kirk Ferentz, has taken part in the new tradition.
I would describe it as a great big giant hug from 70,000 people.
That giant hug is just the latest display of the deep ties between the team, its fans, and the children and families at the hospital.
I think the proximity of the new hospital is just a constant reminder of what's really important and the battles that are being fought over there.
It's provided a real opportunity for our players to spend time with people that are a little bit less fortunate.
Both lungs sound just good.
Caden spent about a month in the hospital after doctors found and operated on a tumor on his lung. During his stay, a hometown hero, Hawkeye's wide receiver Nick Easley, paid him a visit.
We just talked about football, and he was just saying, "Hey, Caden," and he gave me his playing gloves, and he told me that I'm an inspiration.
What did that mean to you?
It meant a lot coming from him. He's just a really good football player, and I really like football.
Did that make some of this time here a little bit easier?
A lot easier.
I just think about him and all the kids up here going through a lot tougher things than we are out there. Kind of puts some perspective on it.
Football players are often found walking the halls of the Children's Hospital. It's a connection that's helped them win over a few fans, like Sam Davidson, who at age 4 was already loyal to the Hawkeyes' in-state rival, Iowa State. Sam spent several months undergoing high-dose chemo at the hospital after brain surgery.
He says he's a fan of both now because he likes watching you guys.
Yeah.
Senior Akram Wadley has been spending time with the hospital's young patients since early on in his college football career.
What do you remember that coach has said about the relationship that you have with these kids?
I remember in the locker room he talked about how strong the kids are. He always reminded us there's some people that got it worse than us, and he also reminded us that we're not as strong as them.
I talked to a couple of your players who said you remind them that those kids in that hospital are stronger than they are.
The thing I would say is the impact's really more on us, and that's something I always try to remind our players. Like most things, it's simple, yet so powerful. And in these times, it's nice to have something that really unifies people for a good cause.
And that's the CBS Weekend News for this Saturday. Later on CBS, 48 Hours. I'm Rena Ninen in New York. Thank you for joining us. Good night.